I've had the comment to me quite a few times by non-plant people that, oh, I can't keep plants alive, me, I would be no good buying a plant. I used to think the same. I honestly did. My cats, if I bought a spider plant or I bought, what else did I have that they've decimated? Oh, it's a Christmas cactus. Yeah, both of them, they absolutely obliterated. I mean, the spider plant apparently has got like hallucinogenic properties in it. So my eldest cat Gizmo was probably off his face the entire time after eating all that. But over a period of time, he did. He used to just go, it didn't matter where I put it. I moved it, I changed the position, he'd still find it, he'd still eat it. And then it was just the stem, that not the stem, the tip of the roots basically was what was left. So in the end, I gave up and threw it out, even though I'd put it in a bathroom. I think the trauma was just too much, and it gave up. And it was one of those traditional spider plants that I really hate anyway. I just can't stand them. I like the more fancier ones, me. I've got two. One's a green-orange one, and the other one is a ocean spider plant where the leaves are a lot thicker. Yeah, that's doing all right. So far, so good anyway. But anyway, yeah, the plants that I find hard, not hard, easy now, easy for people that have said, oh, yeah, I can't keep plants alive, me. Probably down to being overwatered. Because overwatering tends to be the big thing that tends to kill plants. You think, oh, it's poorly, so I'll give it more water. And that's how it starts. And then it has root rot, and then it dies. And you think, oh, I'm never going to plant again, me. I'm no good at it. But actually, plants that are easy peasy, I say, to care for, are things like this, which is the mother-in-law's tongue, also known as the Laurenti. I love this plant. This one I had is one of the ones that was from Bala that arrived to me in a horrific state. I mean, some of the leaves were completely broken. They were all split. As sort of, I think, according to Google, a sign of overwatering. Yeah, so I removed all the ones that were split, and I thought, right, I'll give it a chance and see if I can get her to come back to life. And she seems to be doing all right now. I didn't throw her away. I ummed and ahed. I thought, if I can save this plant, I'm going to give it a go. And she is growing me new leaves. I very rarely water her. The soil is dry right now. But I will give her a little bit of a water, and I just bottom water, and I don't put a whole heap of water in. So, so she soaks it up and, it's saturated on the top. But I do just enough for the roots to just take some water, and that's it. That's all I do. She's a desert plant, so she doesn't need to be absolutely saturated in water. She doesn't like bathroom locations because of humidity. She can tolerate lower levels of light. She can tolerate higher levels of light, I believe. Well, she's a desert plant, and obviously desert equals sun. So, of course, yeah, she can tolerate different levels of light. And so far, so good. So I've got that one coming up now, but it's growing really slowly, and I mean really slowly, because she's a snake plant. I couldn't think of the word then. My brain just forgot. So yeah, and I can't see any more trying to come through at this minute in time, but that's it. And I'm like, do you know what? She's happy. She's loving life there. So yeah, there she is. And then this is the Zami. I will show you some other varieties of snake plant because I've got quite a few in just a second. But this is the Zami, the ZZ. I love this plant. This is another nice, easy one that likes low levels of light quite happily, but needs some sort of light in order to be able to grow. Again, I don't water that often. The soil is slightly moistish because I gave her a bit of a water at the bottom and just let her absorb some of the water, and then what she didn't absorb I chucked away, and I put some feed in as well. And look, I've got rewarded with growth. So I've got one ear, one ear, one ear, one ear. Any more? No, that's it. But they're growing. I mean, these are coming up nicely. This one, especially. These two have really themselves up a bit. I mean, the light in here isn't incredible. It's not dark. It's not a cave. But it's, you know, it does get moments of where the sun comes through from the kitchen window and then from the living room area. So, yeah, this is the sort of light in here. If I turn my flash off for a sec. There you go. You get the idea now of the kind of light that we have in here. But I was so chuffed to see these shoots growing. It's brilliant. I'm so happy. I get so ecstatic when I see new growth developing in any of my plants. But yeah, oh God, let's hook you back on. Right, okay. Those are from IKEA. They're from Primark, by the way, £1 each. They're absolutely brilliant. Love those. White or pink, and I chose white just so it went with everything. But I might see if I can get a few more. Easy peasy plant. Another one is the cactus. This is a fishbone cactus. Fishbone cactus. Really easy. Half the time I don't water her. I chuck some water on every now and again when I remember. And again, thriving. Doing really well. Lots of growth there. The Maranta here are an easy peasy plant. If you're struggling with some plants, calatheas are an absolute very needy kind of plant. But this particular plant, the prayer plant, is brilliant because there's times where I just completely forget to water it, and she rewards me with shoots. So here we are. Again, every now and again, she likes the steam from the sink, and I do spray occasionally with a bit of water, because again, these like humidity, and so that's what I do. And she's just beautiful. I've got over here the asplenium, which is the bird's nest fern, that one there. Let me just zoom a bit so you can see better. Yeah, the asplenium there. I hate ferns, but these are just amazing. They're just thriving. You know, I wait until they've dried out basically, and then I chuck some water in their direction, and it's happy. This is the champion there at the front, which looks like feathers. Again, easy to look after, in the same family as this one. They're both bird's nests. So if I forget, it's not gonna hate me, basically. Then they've got the Chinese money plant there at the back, the coin one, which I absolutely love. I just love the circular leaves. I've got a peperomia, that's another easy care plant. And yeah, and I just love that as well, with its big circular leaves. Gorgeous. That's got two. There's a baby one in there growing as well. I was like, oh my God, I've got extras for free. And then the Bakira, this one, again, is one that I had from Bella. And the root arrived rotten, and I've managed to salvage the rest of the plant. It's starting to grow, but I'm always checking the stems, feeling whether they're soft or not. And so far so good. I want to get some Ninja soil, and I'm going to change the soil in the pot and just give the roots a bit of a wash, and then just see whether it continues to thrive from that. I'm really hoping. So yeah, I'd never bought any more plants after I bought, yeah, 2 Pakiras, 3 Pakiras, one was a large one. So 2 small Pakiras and a snake plant from Bella. They all arrived rotten, absolutely rotten, disgusting quality. They tried to put the blame on me. I refused to. I was like, no, it's not down to me. It's down to you guys and what you've sent out. Poor quality plants. And the photographs I uploaded spoke for themselves. They sent me some out on the proviso replacements that I took the photos down. They said, oh, you're going to damage your business. Blah, blah, blah. And I was like, do you know what? You shouldn't send rubbish plants out, should you? I'm not the only one to leave a negative review. And I don't like to leave negative reviews, but when you warrant having a negative review, you get one. So yeah, but anyway, I then had to, yeah, they sent them out, they sent replacements, I took it down, no more of it. And then after Christmas, I thought, lightning can't strike twice. So I then ordered an aloe vera, always wanted one, and that to me was a bit soft. My head was thinking, this is not a good plant. And but I thought, well, maybe it's just badly needing a drink. So I left it for a little bit just in case, because the one thing when the plants get sent out from them, they're absolutely soaking, and I mean soaking wet. And I just don't know if that's a sign of what maybe they're stood in water, and so they end up with root rot, or what. But I was so angry. The state of this, let me turn it around. Oh, yeah. So I was really, really angry. But I thought, do you know what? Give them the benefit of the doubt. So I let it dry out. And then eventually I watered it. I asked a few planty people, and they were like, oh, it's supposed to be quite firm. And yeah, I felt I left it, and then I watered it, and it was already feeling weird. I took a couple of the really funny looking leaves off, and then I didn't bother with it too much. I put it in somewhere with a good bit of light, and then one day it literally just fell apart on me altogether. It was smelling a bit strange and a bit like, you know, like a leaf, a plant that's got root rot. And it just literally fell apart. And it's marked my sofa as well from the sap. I can't get the stain out now. But it wasn't a healthy looking plant at all. And all the sap inside was just bleh. So that was that. But I'd never, never, never order plants from them ever again. Never. Pots, you know, they do a good selection of pots. You can't go wrong with pots, can you? Or can you? But yeah, I'd order pots from them, but that's as far as it goes. I've never seen them go live on TikTok since. They've always had the basket, but I've never seen them go live. And I'm on TikTok quite often, scanning through and all the rest of it, but nothing. So yeah, I'd never buy from them ever again. Absolutely horrendous. I'm going to quickly show you just a few more plants that are easy care, and that's it. What else have I got to show you? because I don't like high maintenance plants. I like low maintenance ones, me. And I don't mind having a few high maintenance, but too many. Agalaemas are brilliant. This is, the soil is as dry as daisies, I tell you. It is. It's very, very dry. And they prefer to be on the drier side than the wetter side. So I've got leaves coming up there. Peace lilies, easy as pie to actually look after. You can tell from the leaves when they need watering because they go very droopy to the point of like where they can collapse. And I'm like, I need to do something. I don't want to get to the stage every time because it's a bit traumatic for the plant. So I tend to know when these dry out about 3/4 of the way down, feel by weight of the pot. If it feels quite heavy, I tend to not water it. If it feels quite lightish, then I water. And you can see there I've got a flower coming up. So excited. I've got other ones there. I can also see in the stem, this one here, that's got like a thickness to it. That's going to be a flower inside. It's starting to split here for it to come out. There's another one here as well. It's really, really gorgeous. And I've got one there as well. So I've got at least 4 coming up. It's really exciting. I'm like, oh my God. So that's that. There's this purple shamrock. Again, easy as pie to look after. You can tell when they need a water because they just droop. The purple one's my favourite. I mean, I've got a couple of varieties, but I don't know if you can really see them. There's a pinky one there behind, and then to the right of that, I've got like an orangey, goldy, pinky. Oh, it's such a beautiful colour. It's like sunset. But this one's the most animated, the purple one, really easy to look after. And when it sort of droops a bit, you know that it needs watering. So I bottom water and then leave them for so long and then tip out the excess and leave it alone then, and it sorts itself out. Calathea is a bit fussy. The Dottie's the easiest one to take care of. I did have a trio star, but she's no longer here because she just couldn't cope with me and I couldn't cope with her. So off she went. That one again is giving me new leaves. I've got some that are unfolding, one that's just unfolded. The peace lily, the traditional one there, she needs a repot. I've had her for over 4 years. Beautiful plant. Absolutely gorgeous. Gorgeous, 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 gorgeous. And she's disintegrated, you know, she desperately needs a repot. I've got to get some, I've got the pots for her to go into. I just need the soil now. And then when that arrives, I'm going to get her repotted. Spider plants are allegedly super easy to look after, but I've had really fussy ones and I've killed mine. I've had a few. I'd never buy from supermarkets ever again any houseplants because I've lost every single one. And they've always been sick and very poorly looked after. And so, yeah, I'd never do the houseplant section in a supermarket ever again. But these, I water when I remember to water. She had a water and a feed last night, and so she's very happy. But that's it. Thrive on neglect kind of thing. Dracaena up there is doing really well. Another one that seems to get watered when I remember and still here to tell the tale. My monkey mask up there seems to be doing all right. It's got a few leaves unfolded on there. Again, when she dries out a bit, then I water. I'm still finding my feet with that particular plant. It's still it's still a newish one to me. So I'm still learning with that one. But that's what I do, is sort of wait till the pot feels a bit lighter and then I water. But I tend to look at the leaves when they look a bit sad and deflated, then that's when I give her water. Coffee plant, I keep my finger, just put my finger in every now and again, and I make sure she doesn't completely dry out, but just the top layer drying out is fine. She seems to be doing all right in here, so far so good. That's another Agalima. I got that from Yorkshire Exotics in their section with the looking a bit poorly kind of thing. One of the leaves had looked like it'd been half eaten, and she's giving me a brand new leaf unfolding there. Devil's Ivy, I had this off a lady who I had the bird cage off in the bedroom, and she was getting rid of this plant, and she said, "Do you want it?" And I knew what it was. I recognised it straight away, and I said, "All right then." And at first, when I got it home, I thought, "Oh, I'm going to bin it," but I've managed to just leave it, and it's quite happy. So I want to get that repotted as well, and see if I can get her in a hanging basket maybe. But she seems to like it in here. She could do with being in a bit more light, so give her the variegation, because at the minute the leaves that should be really mottled looking are all green. You can see the odd fleck, but that's about it. But it likes more of a bit of a light than what it does, but never mind. She seems to be thriving anyway, and I don't mind. I'm not bothered whether she has mottled leaves or not. And then this is another Agalima, and again, it seems to be doing all right. I think at some point she's going to need a repot as well, but I've got loads of new leaves coming through there. Yeah. At some point I'll put her in a new pot and see how she goes. And put her in a macrame or something. And then this can be used for my Devil's Ivy up there. I might hang it off the shower curtain rail. Depends on whether my son's not going to knock himself out every time he goes to the sink to wash his hands or something. He'll be cursing me forevermore. I'll do one more room and then that's it. I've got plants that are in my bedroom as well, but that room at the minute is closed off because I need to make sure all my plants are secure from my cats. There's so many that I've got that are not pet friendly. Sorry, I've had to move you. Yeah, I've got so many plants that are not pet friendly in my bedroom right now. And I've got to make them secure before the bedroom gets open to the cats, because once they go in there, that's it. I'll never get them out. They love climbing on my wardrobes and things. I've got to get a new wardrobe sorted out. I've still got my drawers in my bedroom to sort out. So once all that's complete, I'll be really happy. Okay, so the Chamadoria palm, no comment on that because my cats keep chewing it, so it's not really grown from that point on. It did have longer stems at one point, but they've chomped it to that, and every time we get new growth coming along, they eat it. So I'm waiting on some more cat grass, because when they have the cat grass, they leave this alone. They're little buggers, I tell you. This Picera is absolutely beautiful, and I got this from Oso Floral, and it is so healthy and just beautiful. It's just wonderful. Love it. I've had to chop some of the leaves because my cats keep chewing them, and they were looking really a bit messy, and like someone had got a hole puncture basically, and were putting holes in the leaves. But yeah, these are all my snake plants in there, apart from the anthurium over there. So I've got another Lorente that's in there. That's the replacement one that Bella sent out, which is a lot better. That wasn't looking perfect when it came, but I've managed to turn that around, put it in the nice location. It likes it here, and it's happy. I've got this one here, which is a really unusual shape. And then this one at the back, the fernwood. And there's also a twisted braided snake plant there at the back. on a shelf. But that's it. And I keep them in there because all these in there are not pet friendly, so it's just a perfect solution. I can have them in here without the cats eating them, and they won't get sick, and the plants will actually thrive. And then I've got another bird cage over there with my agalaemas in and my swinging man in there. So it's just an idea I had. I was looking through Google, and someone suggested bird cages. Hello, you. And I thought, what a brilliant idea. You know, I'm going to do something over in this corner here. I'm not quite sure what yet, but I want to do something there and put some plants in that section as well as, but then I'm thinking with my chair here, I might not be able to get to everything. So I want plants that are low maintenance going over there, like more snake plants. And yeah, he's the chomper. He likes chewing anything. He's just Mr. Nosy. He is the cat that has to investigate everything, I tell you. How it works, what it tastes like, everything. And I mean everything. I might put some shelves on there. And then maybe get like a door or something put on there just to keep them off it. That's the plan. I don't know yet. I don't know. But I would like to do something in that corner, because it does get a nice little, you know, the morning light when it comes through, the sunshine does give it a really nice area over there. I mean, I could get something put there. Yeah, I could get something put there and then have some plants in there. That is the plan. But then if I'm going to struggle to get to that section to water it, it's going to be difficult. But we'll see. I've still got to think it through and have a think. So that's it for the time being. I mean, I may at some point have a few plants dotted around out here. But the trouble is, though, I mean, I did have one up there, a hanging pot, like what I've got over there. But my son came out of his bedroom. I walked straight into it, and I'm like, how? It's not like as if you ever walk on top of that, but it didn't jump out at him or anything, but he just knocked it off, and I was like, bloody hell. And there was nothing in it at the time. So I don't know. It's very bizarre, but anyway, that's that. And I'm going to get some more to go on these cupboard doors. And then that's it. I don't know. I'd like more plants in here for sure. And that's the crocodile fern. I forgot to show you that one. But that's it. I really would like to be able to get my plants. I mean, I'm thinking of getting something to go on top of the fridge there, but then I've got to be able to get to it to water it. And I don't want to sort of go too crazy in here, but I mean, all this at the moment, this wash basket won't be here forever. I've got plans galore, but at the minute there's just, yeah, work out. There's a lot to work out. And, don't do that. You just, 1 minute you were sitting on it, he just decided I'm climbing on you. Made me jump. Hey, and yeah. You're a mummy's boy. Yeah. But I'll show you the room another time, how it's developing. How how it's looking. I'll sort that out another time. I just want to get my room finished off as much as possible, get the plants all sorted out, and then I can move myself back in there then. But then I want to wait until it's been decorated in there and everything is in there then, room ready. I'm going to go in there later on and have a bit of another sort through some bits. We'll see. But that's my plan anyway. It's to sort through what I can. Wait till it's been decorated. And then when it's been decorated, so come the end of the summer, I'll be able to go in there maybe by my birthday in October. I'll be in there. It seems such a long time away, but I'd rather just do it in installments and have it the way I want it and be in there when I'm room ready. That's the plan. Right, I'm going to love and leave. I hope you found this helpful. And if I've waffled on too much and you're thinking, oh God, but thank you. Yeah. Thank you for sticking it out to the end of this video, because I sometimes do chat a bit too much, but I do love talking about my plants. I just find them really, really a lot of joy. There we go. Right, anyway, I'm going to go. I need to get my makeup on and just put myself together a little bit. And yeah, anyway, I'll catch you later. Thanks for watching. Bye.